you have your own studio going on now. You got everything, going for you. I like it.
Well, this is temporary
Okay, it's
right
just
here.
temporary. Okay.
I'm trying to get my dining room set up and dog crates moved, and then an office space over in another room off the side of me here. So
Okay. All right. Let's
got the
head this.
shuffle on.
All right. Let's
Where's
see.
everyone else?
I don't know. It's Friday. People are kind of a little sleepy, I guess. We'll
Yeah.
we'll get them back. We'll get them back. So here's what I'm gonna do. I wanna basically just hit the ground running here real quick with the stuff that we talked about. I thought our last discussion was really, really good. Other than I had to be asked 1,000 questions by my colleagues at work. What is this? What are you doing? What is this about? Oh, you're on YouTube. I was like, okay, yeah, yeah. You're not following. It is showing. I said the first day I joined the team, don't forget to like and subscribe. And you didn't. So
Nope.
that
You
kind
have
of
no
hurt.
idea what's going on in the real world.
You- you're just sitting there in your bubble, not knowing what's going on. Anyway, here's what I want to do. I want to go and basically I'm gonna pull straight from master or the main branch in here, and we're gonna do a quick projection test. Joe, what do you think about that? So we're getting an array of projected tokens, and we want to turn these projected tokens into a more identified projected token. So we're playing on basically the enum value, just like we said last time. So let me do it this way. I'm gonna go here and say, here's a new branch. Users, on Habib Foundations.
I'm gonna shut this fan off real quick.
Sounds good. Foundations and then projections. And what I want to do in here is that I want to go and say, okay, here is it's okay. You have models, exceptions, O tokens. I want in here. Should we call it O projections or just projected tokens? What do you want to call it?
So I'm kind of not
Hmm.
for calling the thing we're passing in a projected anything because we haven't done anything yet.
Okay, what's a good name for it?
So this would be a potential token? I don't know.
Yeah, it's already a token. We just want to
Yeah.
give it a, and it
Yeah.
also has the name of the contract has to match the service. So if we're gonna call it projection service,
Yeah. So we started off with O tokens, which really is technically like a string token just because we're parsing a string.
hmm
And then the output of what we have could be an O token. We're projecting into an O token.
so contract. Do you want to call it projection? Oh, projection.
Um, so projection is the activity, it's not the thing.
Right. But
So
but
yeah, so that's why
somehow
naming is hard.
I know somehow your service. So if you say projections, right? Somehow your service. Apparently, we already created a folder for it. Your service needs to have the same. Yeah, there it is. It needs to have the same name as the contract that it's working with. It's part of this cohesive, intuitive kind of way of writing software. So I'm okay with renaming it to something else. We just need to give it a good name. Um, um, do we go with projections for now, and then
Yeah,
later?
let's do that for now, and at some point, if it makes more sense, we can rename it.
Let's do that. So this is projected tokens, and we can go here and say here is um, a projected token. And like we said yesterday, we said we want to basically add a couple of things. We need to be able to go and say, I need a raw value, and then I also want the what was the O token type that came with this? That is token type, right? And then we need a projection, and this
Projected
projection
type.
type, okay, projected type, and this projected type, okay, there you go, projected type, and this is gonna be its own enum, and this enum we're gonna build it as we go with the test. So basically, it says projected
Oh.
type. Hmm.
For the incoming contract, why don't we call it a raw token? And for outgoing, why don't we call it a projected token?
You can't. You need to have the same contract. That's the problem that we're trying to solve last time. Remember?
It doesn't need to be the same type, but it needs to exist in the same space. It can't be reused in another space. So contract is incoming and outgoing as one set. And the incoming doesn't have to be the same as outgoing. You just can't reuse them somewhere else without getting your spaghetti code.
It
As long,
also it might also well you could do that with primitive types. I'm okay with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But if you like you can pass a string, a list, or whatever the case may be. The language is really important. Like if you are saying this is a projection service, right? You want to go and say this is where the state where I think these tokens are. It's like you're putting in a dough in an oven, right? And it's still the same content. Something else was applied to that dough that made it come from the outside, from the other side as a cooked dough, but still the same type. You just change the state of it, right? You put the exact same content in the oven, you got the exact same content out of the oven, right? Except that it has a new state, which is being cooked or heated or whatever.
Yeah. We'll continue. We'll see how it goes.
The one thing I want to identify, do I say unidentified? And then we could start with something like a, what did we say we're gonna call this, Joe?
Um, I believe this part we considered a keyword. This would be like the left side of the equal sign.
Keyword. Let's
Yep.
start with this, and then we're gonna evolve it as we go. So this here is your copyrights, and then in here we're gonna go and say, okay, this is my projected type, and then I need a service. So here is your um, this is projected token service. Call it projection service, and we need an interface. So this is I projection service, and basically in here we want to basically go and say here's a public interface, and then you're spitting in projected token array. And here, let's say project tokens. And you're taking projected tokens as an input parameter. The tokens like this. This will take that information, do something with it, come back from the other side and say, here's what I think, for your value. We are at 74 characters, so that should be okay. And then in here, I'm gonna go here and say I projected projection service. This is also one of these dead-end services which have no actual dependencies. Thank God we have internal mock now. We can do a lot of great things with it. And then I'm gonna go down here and create a service. So this is gonna be, here is a folder in here, and this folder will have projections. And these projections, we will have a projection service tests. We have no dependencies. We're not gonna mock anything. Here is we're gonna internally mock some things, but nothing in. So this is private read only I projection service. It's just us initializing the thing, and then CTOR, bring that guy in, and say projection service is new projection service. Okay. Now we can start really simple by going and saying, hey, I want to be able to, let's pick up the logic part and say, I want my incoming token. Let's go here, projection service dot logic. Here's our logical piece. And here I want to go and say, this is public partial. Here's my partial tests, public partial again. And then I want to go here and say uh, fact public void should project keywords. And the test will evolve. Now you're familiar with that pattern. We can start somewhere. This is again rewritable software, right? We're doing things that are easily, we can easily go back and rewrite. So okay, so here is what I have. So var input projected tokens new projected tokens projected token array, and this guy will have inside of it a new projected token with the following details, and these details will be token type. A token type in here would be the the separate. It's a word, right? So we have here, and then we have a raw value, and that's filter. And then we want to go and say this is actually a keyword. So we want the incoming one just says I am unidentified, right? So that's your input, but your expected would be the expected projected tokens would be that exact same thing, but instead of identified, it would be a keyword. So now I can go back here and say, well, here is your projected token array, actual projected tokens. Here is your service, and here is project tokens, input projected tokens, done and done. And then in here, I want to say actual projected tokens should, we go, be equivalent to expected projected tokens. Okay, so now technically this guy should fail. Is it gonna fail? I don't know. Let's find out. How easy is that? See, so easy and simple, right? No magic there. No fuss, no muss, nothing. Okay, let's see here. Filter, word type, unidentified, and keyword. Yeah, and this guy is failing because the method or operation is not implemented. Do you want to take this one, Joe? Here, fail, and right back at you. First question: do you have Visual Studio?
I almost did it, but yes, I do.
Okay. Did you reset your machine or something?
I'm in the process of switching over to my previous workstation for work.
Okay.
I switched to the one I have now in testing some Azure integrations and stuff. So
Mhm.
wasn't my favorite. Share. All right.
All right.
Loading.
Oh, whoa,
That's fine.
whoa, whoa.
All right, let's try one more time. Bum, bum, bum. Well, that was better.
Yeah. All right. Here we are.
Which branch were you in?
The branch is called Foundations dash Hassan Habib Foundations dash Projections.
All right.
Should be in your How many versions of Visual Studio are you running, bro?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Why
No, I
not?
got 22, 22 preview, 19 code. I
Yikes.
also have 2017 installed for some projects that
Projects. Love the
they keep,
projects that
keep
tell you
coming
which
back
way.
to me. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, there's things that, for whatever reason, no matter how much effort and feeling you put into your argument, some people just like, we can't upgrade to off from Visual Studio 2. And I'm like, why? Just do it. You're like, there was just recently an update for Windows 11. This is not where I want to be. Oh, it is. There was an update for Windows 11 that broke .NET 3.5.
Yep.
Yep, that affected me. I'm like, why? Why is this in my life right now?
Impact. Real
Yeah,
impact.
I'm like, why? Why hasn't anyone looked at this thing? What .NET 3.5 was like 2 years after I started programming, or maybe 3 or 4. I don't know, but like, it's people don't understand sometimes. All right,
Yep.
now hopefully I stop messing with everything and we'll stay running,
Yes, sir.
and I'll undo all the crazy stuff that I have going on here.
Zoom a little when you're ready to start typing the code, please.
Will do. Wait, I just gotta get rid of all this. Delete. All right, and then you said we're on Habib Foundation tokenization
Yes, sir. Projections.
projection.
Just search for projections. Just type projections in
Yeah,
the
let me
search.
do a fetch first,
Okay.
and then zooming in. All right. A little bigger. I've been smart in putting my output on the other screen over here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
You're leveraging the multitasking capability.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So what do you improve? No, I'll get out of here. All right. Close you. Let's go to your test.
Yep. Should have a failing test.
Yeah, I may as well just run it.
Yes, sir.
Boom.
This one will be much easier than the tokenization because you have a list of things and you just need to look at these list of things and say, here's what I need to convert it to. There's no parsing a string. You don't have to bend backwards. And that's the beauty of, tokenization service. It already took care of that part. Single responsibility at playing at its best.
Projection service. All right, there we go. So I recently just moved my Test Explorer over here as a tool window, which I actually
Mhm.
like better now.
Okay.
All right.
You're one of those people now. You're the guy that puts the test on the right. Test. Hey.
Oh, I can put it on the left, which it just is there all the time. It's nice. Okay. Project tokens. Let's see what we got. I already forgot what you just displayed to everyone, so I gotta go look. Well,
That's
that's
okay.
handy.
That's the guy. That's the guy we want to work with.
So,
Mhm. Mm.
that's not where I want to be.
On the C Sharp Fritz channel, we have a
What's that?
lot of.
Yep.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
That I have no idea why that
That
even
was
would come up.
that was me kind of playing a GIF.
Oh, playing a joke on me. I was like, what just happened?
Just playing with you.
All right, so we're passing in a filter word on a and we're expecting a keyword.
Mm-hmm. Just as simple as that. It is exactly the way it looks.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it simple for now.
Okay. Keep it real simple.
Yeah,
Real.
just because I know we have
I
other
mean,
people.
I mean, we haven't even tested the iteration aspect of it yet. We could jump to that one right after, but yeah.
Whoa, I kind of want to see what that was offering me. Nope. I sometimes click too fast and I don't even see what Copilot offers me.
So let me tell you this. The test doesn't even know about iteration. Like the test is only asking for one item that it will be replaced. So do exactly what the test says, even if you think it's wrong. See what
Well, the problem is from this point, I don't know if there's one thing coming in or not.
you do. You see the test.
I see the test, so I mean, I can do this
Uh,
and just be silly with it. Oop. Next time I'll use the right brackets. Um, I guess I won't cut any corners.
yeah, just enough to make the test pass.
Yeah.
The whole
Well,
idea. Uh-huh.
yeah. Sorry, you finish and then I'll interrupt you again after.
That's it. Just enough to make the test pass. That's all you gotta do. Go ahead.
This is the double-edged sword for a lot of people. They think they can speed it up by skipping over the blatant. Let's just make the test pass, and
Hmm.
and a lot of times you make a lot of assumptions that way.
Yep. Yep. Yes, sir. And then you end up testing something that, like, sorry, writing code for something that you're not really testing. And that's it drives engineers crazy. I understand. Like people are like, but I know that this is the again, test driven development advocates for rewritable software. And and that's just fine by me.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay, so you have that passing already. Cool. So hit the button on that guy and then force me to iterate. You don't have to make a new type, just force me, change the test in a way that would make me really have to go and put a for loop in there. Ah,
Are
you
you
know,
stretching or commenting on me?
I'm just stretching. Um,
Well, we don't. I don't want to modify this test.
however you like.
Yeah.
Write something that will bark at me if I don't iterate. Look at you. I didn't.
I'm trying to remember the syntax for this. I want. I'm going to convert this to a theory.
No,
Put
no,
the
you
same.
you could you could do something better than that. Just create a method that generates a random number of projected tokens and have it all be keyword because we're just trying to test that we're actually iterating.
I'll create a random length of them.
Yep.
I'll just do an array for now. Projected token, because that's what we're on.
Hmm. now you can leverage this filler, kind of
Yeah.
method. Yeah.
Oh, that's in here. I'm gonna go look because I don't
Yeah.
use it enough to
I mean,
remember.
you don't use it regularly. That's fine. That's totally acceptable.
We have it in this one.
Where is it? Keep
Yeah,
going.
where is it? We use this so much. In that
Usually,
range.
yeah, we usually put the filler at the very bottom, but I think because so if you scroll all the way down, oh, we never
Yeah.
used it. Interesting. So let's generate a random number like this int range, right? Random number from 2 to 9, right? Not sorry, from 2 to 10, nine included, 10 not included, and then we can just just a whole random set of tokens. Yep, there you go, and then enumerable and yep, you can make min 2 and max 10. Ideally, to be honest with you, Joe, like, so what you want to make sure the min is 2 though, because if you do
Oh,
0, that basically means you're not really getting a list. But the other thing is, ideally, we shouldn't actually put that kind of restriction on the max number because you could hard code that, but there's limitation for insanity, right?
we'll
Um,
do that in the next test. We'll give it
just
to
for
Paul.
yeah, we'll put Paul in it, put Paul on the spot and tell him, hey, Paul, you're the one that's doing that now. This is all on you now, my friend. Deal with it.
Ah,
Mhm.
why am I typing crazy things? All right, so now
Okay.
value, get value.
Oh, you could just you just type get value up in line 52 and just say int
Yep.
random number as an assignment, and that's it.
Wrong button.
What just happened?
Yeah, I'm.
Are you still doing Vim Emacs nonsense?
No,
Man,
I don't do that. I just
who was doing that?
I don't know who was. I used to have a coworker that did Vim, and it was nonsense. But my whole layout's just slightly off,
Yeah,
so I'm gonna be mistyping stuff for a moment.
no worries. Call it random number, Joe. That's it. That's it. And then you just take that. Now you're generating that list back. You could just say to array from outside of that enumerable range, and that should be it. You still need to say item fat arrow, and then like see in that select type item fat arrow.
Yep.
Yep, take that guy to the next line, and you should be good.
I know you hate this right now.
That's all right. We'll get there.
Alright. And I don't like that. There. Come on, guys. My keyboard is not where I want it to be. There we go. So, do you want to leave this original test here and just make another one that does
It's up to you. We're gonna have to collapse them at some point in time.
Yeah.
You could just, yeah, you could literally just go and say, I want, yeah, just call your method. That's it. That's really all you have to do. Be careful with the expected though, because the expected is gonna have to have a different value. Hmm. Just call your method. That would be it.
Yeah. What I call it?
Create random.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay. So here's a piece of advice for you. How are you gonna generate the expected tokens? I'm assuming you're gonna go pick up these input projected tokens and, assign the projected type to keyword, right? Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're repeating your business logic. You shouldn't
Yep.
do that.
I
What
don't
I
like.
would what I would recommend is that you go and say, uh, you see that create projected tokens, right? We need to have a method that gives you both expected and actual, right?
Like a theory.
Well, a theory could work, but I mean, the theory. What's the theory gonna do?
You put the attribute up here and you give it a method that has the expected and the
I'm okay with that. Let's do
yeah.
it this way.
And that's fine. It's down here. Is it theory data, member data, member data?
Hmm.
Member name. I forget what the. So this is going to match the parameters for this guy.
Yep. So you basically, yeah, you're basically generating a random number, and from that random number, you're generating two different, you know, amount of tokens with the exact same value, like a filter or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we will randomize the keyword as well.
I,
But we'll get back to that one in a bit. Have a little bit of fun.
what I hit my caps. This is input. Wow, I screwed everything up here.
Need help?
No, I just don't know what I typed. Here we go. Give one, then give it. Yeah, I screwed something up here. All right, given, when, then, and then, okay. For some reason, I had a duplicate set of methods there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm struggling to remember without going to look.
Let me let me try it myself, okay? I'll take it
Okay.
away from you. Give me that passing test that you just did. Okay.
There you go.
All right. Yep. My side, right? So
Yep.
I'll go here. Here is the share screen window, OData Neo, pulling in your code, sync. Okay, and here is the test. And let me run this real quick. So all these tests should be passing now. And then we will write, okay, there you go. So now let's do this. So theory, right? And then you want to do member data. And then here get projected tokens. Right, this guy here is public void should project all tokens. Tokens keywords like that. And this guy will take in two different arrays, right? So here is your projected token expected projected tokens. And then also you have projected tokens in here. This is actual projected tokens, or rather this is not, this will be your input and expected. So it's input projected tokens and expected projected tokens. Okay, and then you have given, when, then, and you're basically going and saying, actually in here, all you have to do really just say given dot when, because there's no given, you already did it, right? So here's projected token, actual projected tokens, and this is dot service dot project tokens, just like this. And then you want to go and say projected tokens. This is where the input projected tokens will go, like this. And then we can go here and say actual projected tokens should be equivalent to expected projected tokens, right? So this is just as simple as that. Now let's take this guy, go back here. What is this guy? This is a public theory data. Public theory data. And this theory data is of a tuple of projected tokens token array and a projected token array. And what did we call the method? Get projected tokens. Great. And what we're going to do here, my dear friend, is go and pull the models for both of these, projected token and projected token. And then let me just minimize that real quick. And then what I want to do here is that I want to go and say, give me random number. So it's get random number. Get random number will be generated in here. So that's your random number like this. Go and say new. Oh, come on. New int range, right? And this int range is starting from minimum to maximum 10, which is exclusive. So that will basically just give me the value. And then I want to go here and say, okay, so for each and every one of these, I want to also go and say, give me a random keyword, right? So I want to go here and say, get random keyword. And this will be new and mnemonic string get value, because we can make it anything we want. It's not really exclusive on anything. And here's a $sign inside the $sign. And then we have this nice keyword generator. And then I want to go here and say, okay, so here's our very first projected token. So it's projected token input projected tokens, which will be enumerable like this dot get range. And this is starting from 0 and ending count, which is the random number, right? And then I'm gonna go here and say dot select is the item. I want a new projected token with these values. So that's your projected token here. Here's my keyword string random keyword, and this get random keyword. So we don't know what the keyword, we got to play around with it. And then in here, I want to go and say, okay, so my projected type is here will be unidentified because that's the input. I also want to have the raw value to be my random keyword. I also want the token type to be word. Okay, and I don't need the models in here. That's nonsense. Let's take that guy out. Okay, so that's that guy. Perfect. And then I want this guy to be an array. Great. No harm, no foul, no problem. Now, the same thing is going to happen in here. See, I'm not repeating my logic because I'm generating them completely independent from each other. There's expected projected tokens. And here, the situation is going to be different because this guy is going to be a keyword. Random keyword, exactly the same keyword type, done and done. Now, what I can do is just return new theory data. Sorry. Yep, like this. And then I can go here and say, here's your theory data. Your theory data is going to have a one value in here, and this value will be the input projected tokens and expected projections. I think that should do the trick. And we might not need theory data for this, to be honest, but this is okay. This will work. And if I go down here, I can go now and say name of. It's weird how it works. It's doing reflection. So this is name of that. So if I run this now, this guy should blow up, right? Because it's not doing iteration. It'll say I expected one to be blah blah, but you actually gave me or specified number. Did you not submit the code for the, or did I not get latest? You know, one of us didn't do something. So let's see. Let me go here and say get. Let's see, get poll already up to date. So if I go into projected service, no, you did it. Yeah, that's fine. Why is this guy not supported exception specified method not supported? Why does it say that? Specified method not supported. Where is this coming from? Let's see here. Let's dig a little bit deeper into the details of this guy. Specify. So if I run everything, do I get the same error across the board, or is it? Yeah, so this guy here, specified method not supported. Theory, member data, projected.
What's the signature of your get projected tokens?
Oh, so here's what I did. This guy should be not a tuple. It should just be these guys like this. And this guy should not be a tuple. It should be just these two values like this, I think. One, two tokens like this. Right? And this guy should come back as, what if I just return them the way I
You have an extra parenthesis in there.
Yeah. So projected tokens, these two guys, and then in here theory data, and then you're basically going and saying new theory data. Let's see, theory data, multiple parameters. Right. Let's see. So there's you got your theory data. Okay, and then you want my member data in here, and your member data basically name of data, and it's doing this old school really
The enumerable one.
yeah. And oh, okay, so okay, so they're doing it this way. Okay, I'm okay with that. There you go.
Yeah, there's a new way too.
No, this is a new way. What? There's a new way on the new way?
I
That's
don't
crazy.
know.
There. Now the error of this is what? Specified method not supported. Am I even hitting that guy? Let's see. Give me a second here. Okay, so predicted tokens, name of, let's see, I'm just trying to kind of, oh, okay, that's very interesting. So this is, they have the name of, and then we want to have a member or rather parameter count, something like that. So this guy here will say parameters, and two, I think. I haven't done it this way before. Usually I just pull in one at a time, and that's it. Okay, what's the error here? Specified method. Let's see. Let's see. This is the fun stuff. This is what I like about this. You get to kind of um, get the get to learn something new, right? So theory data with one object, that's easy, but now you're passing in multiple, right? And you want to basically be able to return multiple parameters from your member data, right? That's the thing that we're trying to solve in here. So we know, like, I know theory data basically does the little magic of giving you the values, but I wanted to also, like, we can solve this problem the old school way by going in here and saying, hey, I can do an IEnumerable of object, but this is old school, right? I want to do theory data, right?
So, um, I'm. This is an Andrew Locke article, and the way he has it is, um, make that a static method.
Oh yeah, it needs to be static. That's right. I forgot
I
that
think
part.
I think there
That's what
we
it
had a
is.
few things that were contributing to the error, and he
Yep.
actually has this as a um, an expression body.
No, no, no. This is it. This is the
Yeah.
one. You figured it out. It actually needs to be static. You're right. Or maybe there's more to it. Let's see. So this is public static, get projected tokens. And then you have these input projected tokens like that. And then in here, I'm saying parameters. Let me take away the parameters part just for now and see if that actually does the trick for us. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, there you go. Done. There you go. So now, so yeah, I learned something new today. So
Yeah, there's
let's
like four different ways of doing it.
Yeah, but theory data is the latest one, right?
Um, yeah, it's supposed to just create a strongly typed mechanism.
Okay. Go ahead and make this pass real quick so we can wrap. Go for it. Do you think you can make it pass?
Sure.
All right. Here you go. I know you're still sharing your screen. I just want you, yeah, there you go. Go
There we
for it.
go. There's your doodad. Make it broken.
Hmm. Hmm. You have an extra closing parens.
I who I gotta figure out how to turn that autocomplete off because I almost never hit the back arrow and then start typing again. I always just start typing and then I always have that problem. It's just the autocomplete.
All right.
Build and RV. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I looked on purpose and then he yelled at me anyways. All right, that's passing.
Yep, that's it. Just give me a passing. Now, the only thing I want from you, just something for you to think about for our next session. Make sure you see how I made the keyword the same across the board. Just
Yep.
submit that one first. The keyword is the same across the board. If you go back to the root file for the tests, yeah, see how at the top, if you scroll up a little, where is my theory there? You're in the wrong service. Go to projection service tests.
Yes, I am. I did that on purpose to make sure you were keeping an eye on things.
That's definitely what it is. So you see how I'm using the same keyword?
Yeah.
That's not okay. So we need to generate just enough keywords that fit the amount of, so how I would do it is just generate an array of keywords and just assign by the index. The most important thing, you make sure that your input doesn't touch your expected during your test, because that means you're repeating your business logic. Remember when I talked about, the rule, what did we call it?
It's like stacking the deck.
Yeah, so axioms, law of axioms, that's exactly Euclid's law of axioms. Things that are equal to the same thing are equal to each other, right? So your test should start from the result and work its way back to the input, and your logic should start from the input and work its way back to the result. So just do that one change. You already have the solution. Pretty sure people know how to do that. Go ahead and upgrade our test. And thank you so much for joining me today, sir. I will
Yeah.
see you in another session on Monday, hopefully. All right. Have a
All
good
right.
weekend, Joe. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye.